Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Israel and Viz for Metal Swap Talk. We're very, very happy to have a good friend of ours here, Mr. Max Kolesne from Krisiun.
What's up, brothers?
What's up, man?
Metal
Thanks
brothers.
for hanging out with us, man. Krisiun with the Revelations of the Wicked tour, along with Vader, Decrepit Birth, man.
Yes.
30 days. That's
30
a long
days.
time.
Yeah, it was a long tour, man.
How you feeling?
I feel good, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired right now, but basically, it's the same every day, saving energy to make a good show. It's death metal, it's very intense, it's brutal and fast. So I feel like tired during the whole day because I'm saving energy for the show. And after we play, everybody's happy and drinking beer and having a good time.
Can't get better than that.
Yeah.
Especially with you doing a marathon basically every night.
Yeah.
Going back there
a
beating
lot
the
of
hell.
sweat, a lot, man.
Yeah.
All for death metal.
Yeah, good workout, huh?
Yeah, that's something about this tour is like so many blast beats. All three bands, it's basically like straight pure death metal, so many blast beats all night long. So
Okay, man, awesome. We're happy to have you.
Yeah,
last night of the tour here in San Diego. Now, the latest album was Mortem Soles.
Yes.
2022. Can you tell us about this latest album and how that came about?
Well, man, it's basically a Krisiun's album. It's like it's brutal, fast, a lot of like we try to capture the real metal old school vibe and the riffs and vocals, but in the Krisiun's way, the kind of, because I consider us to be like a mix of the old school vibe with a more brutal approach. That's how I see ourselves as a band. It's Krisiun, So basically, it's Krisiun, a lot of crazy metal riffs, brutal vocals, a lot of fast drumming, satanic. Against everything, against humanity, Christianity, religion, all this bullshit, So basically, it's
now being that you guys are three brothers. How do you guys share the writing duties or the composition duties for when you do an album?
Well, basically, it's the same formula since the beginning. Moises comes up with the riffs, ideas. We talk. We always have talked before we start the actual process. Like we're like for example, for the latest album, we're like, let's make like a more straightforward, dynamic, short songs, to be different from what we did like for some of the previous albums. So that was the concept idea behind Mortem Soles, to be like a straightforward, fast, dynamic and short songs. And then we're just like we have our practice. It's the old school, like garage days,
Right.
Like we get us three together, start jamming. Moises shows the riffs and start matching, like putting together the drums, bass, and then vocals, and Alex write all the send stuff like online or send each other team. We never do that. It's always together, like like in the old days, man.
Yeah,
because we're
yeah.
brothers. We've been doing this for so long. We feel comfortable doing like this. Of course, Moises, he records the riffs, but he's like this guy. He likes to hear like the real drums to be inspired.
Right.
Like when we're jamming, he feels more like the real approach. It's different than playing for like a drum machine or computer.
Right.
He doesn't like that, so that's why we keep it this way. Just go together in the studio and start jamming and building up the song together.
And I would imagine this kind of also helps in the way you perform live, because you have that right from the beginning that this is how we're gonna play it.
I agree. Yeah, we have you have this. We keep this old school vibe. That's even like a recording. When I was recording the drums, we were in the same room playing together.
Oh,
so
okay.
I felt like we were practicing.
The real old way.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Yeah, so it's
Cool.
We try to keep it real.
Yeah. So if you guys do keep it old school, it's been over 30 years since you guys have been around as a band. How do you think the band has evolved, and how do you keep it fresh every time?
Yeah, for us, it's more like keep the passion, keep the flame burning. Like we still love to play what we play. We love this music, and I feel so like proud for being playing with my brothers for so long. That's why what I most like about it is to play with my brothers, and we have same ideas, when they like the same kind of music, And every time we start writing something, you know, it's just like you know, the feeling comes up, you know, the feeling, and we're like, there has to be the vibe and the feeling has to be there, you know. It's not just about, you know, like write something like technical or fast. It's just, it has the metal vibe, you know.
Right.
So that's, I think the metal vibe, that's what keeps us like creating, you know, more and more albums, you know. Still, it's always the same style, you know. We don't want to change. We never really change. We do like some of the albums are a little bit different, you know. Some are more diverse, but basically 90% of everything we do is like a real like Krisiun, fast and brutal, and old school.
And I think that this last one, at least for my taste, had a little bit more of a groove, a little bit of melody here and there.
Yeah,
but
more
it's
melodies.
still more of a very brutal approach, like the classic albums.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like we mix it up, like the brutality with some of the classic metal riffs and melodies and the vocal lines. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very cool. So being on tour for 30 days, I can imagine it gets a little tedious. You got to find ways to kind of entertain yourselves while you're on the road. What do you guys normally do to combat the boredom?
Man, basically, it's like every day is the same, you know. Like wake up, hit something, and then load in, set up the gear, wait for sound check, and then after we do sound check, we do, you know, just sometimes chill in the bus, or go sometimes, you know, just go walk a little bit and to know the places in the city, you know. And as I said before, saving energy for the show, you know.
Okay.
That's like for me, it's very important to keep the energy, you know. I don't sometimes if I do like long walks and stuff, and my legs won't be good for the show.
Right.
So yeah,
take it easy a little bit.
And every time we're having such a great time, you know. Like we always have a beer, us and Decrepit Birth, Vader. Have a few beers after a play, have a good time, you know. So
right. Keep it chill.
Yeah, we keep it chill, man.
Who's the biggest ball buster in the band out of three of you guys?
I think Moises.
Yeah, Moises?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's always the warrior on the ball. Let's do this, let's do that. He come out. I mean, we all work, so I'm, you know, they come out and let's, you know.
He's a task manager.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, cool. And one of the questions we asked some of the other bands was, what city have you guys found with the best weed?
The best weed? Many cities, man. You know, like actually we play in Denver a few days. Yeah, yes. And this guy, our friend Dale, and our friends, you know, they always bring us some new crazy shit.
Some new concoction.
Yeah, it's always man. Try it. It's
very cool.
That was good, man.
This got a couple boys.
Yeah, I got some more questions for you. Let's see here. I think I first saw your guys' band live in the late 90s with Incantation and Angel Corpse at the old Showcase Theater in Corona. That was a really good show. What have been some of your other favorite cities that you played here in the U.S.?
Man, I love to play. Basically, all the places are good, you know, like West Coast is always really good for us. You know, it's hard to pick like you know, a few cities.
Yeah, every tour is different.
Every tour is different, man. But we love to play in the States, man. Yeah, I mean, 90% of the shows are always good here for us, man. So we appreciate so much the support we have here, you know, from the metal fans. It's always great, man.
All right, and then how is the current metal scene in Brazil after the COVID pandemic? What's it like there now?
It's doing good, man. Yeah. We have lots of shows. We've been doing lots of shows in Brazil. Everything is working, man. I think after COVID, people came back like with new strength and let's make it happen, you know, because we have to do it, you know. People are like anxious to get back to work and make things happen, you know. Promoters, bands, and you know, the crowd, the people are coming to the shows, you know, because
did you guys start writing new music during that time too?
Yeah, that's when we wrote the Mortem Solis, in 2021, 2021.
Okay. And what kind of drums do you use? I know you probably couldn't bring your drum set here, but what do you usually use?
I have a Gretsch Renault Maple. Back home. That's the drum kit I used here for the last 2 tours. But it's a pain in the ass to bring my drum kit, and I'm not gonna do that again. and we're sharing drums. All three bands sharing.
Cool.
It's Gabe's Decrepit Birth drum kit. Yeah, so we are all sharing same gear, same drum kit, which is like perfect. You know, that's the perfect setup for a tour like this. You know, share everything. You know, so it has less shit to take care. You know.
Yeah, it works
It's like make it simple. Yeah, make it simple.
And let's see. Keep it short here. You have any final words for all your fans and any of younger musicians out there?
Oh man, just thank you everybody, you know, all the metalheads that have supported us along the years, that has come to the shows. This tour was fucking incredible, you know. I think the combination of those three bands, Vader, Krisiun, and Decrepit Birth, brings a lot of the, not only the old school guys, but you know, the people that, the younger kids that are, you know, like angry for brutal, real death metal, you know. So that's the kind of tour I love to do, you know, like 3 real death metal bands. So we're so happy, and that's it. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, that's it, man.
Thank you, Max, for hanging with us. And it's gonna be a very brutal Monday today. So if we don't show up to work, we have a fucking excuse. Max Kolesne from Krisiun, for Israel and Vis. We'll see you next time.
Yes.